Hi there, so we're going to go ahead and do the third round for the 2018 Blues Belt Classic. I am Tenacious Earl. We are in Memphis for this tournament. Saturday is moving day, and we see if anybody can get placed. Any of the, maybe the underdogs, or if it'll be mostly big names in our field here for the Tenacious Golf Tour. See if those players will move up into the on the leaderboard heading into the final round. So this uses History Maker Golf to simulate tournaments, and so this is our 13th tournament out of 24, so we're over halfway. This is where it really starts to kind of get into the meat of the schedule. The final few, we've got two more majors in relatively quick succession. We have the American Open. Actually, we have three. My beg your pardon. The American Open, the Championship of the UK, and the Tenacious Championship, which is roughly the PGA Championship. So you have those three, and then right after that are the playoffs, and so we'll have sort of a thinning of the final field as we go. It'll take probably I think the top 125 to start, and then it will bring it down to 75, and then 50, and then I believe the top 30 make the Tenacious Tour Championship. I think that's what I've called it. Anyway, this is a Blues Belt Classic, modeled after the TPC at Southwind in Memphis, Tennessee. It's called Southern Breeze in this, so we're not going to be using the course cards for this round. We're going to be using their mechanism, and I'll try to show you what we're going to do here, but I'll be right back with more here on the Tabletop Baseball Plus channel. Okay, so we had a number of guys. Well, actually, I believe the number was 85 when it came to those who were tied for the basically tied at the cut. So we are gonna have to use our lowest we'll have to use our lowest designations to kind of like set a cut between 70 and 80. So if we get some D minuses or D's that will get us into that realm, then that's what we will use. So we've got two outstanding golfers. They will form their own pile. And then what we have are the guys who made the cut, who now must be shuffled into seven piles of their own. And then we use the third round simulation method from History Maker Golf. So the way that I do that is I take a pile and I cut it in half, roughly. Try to get it close. This one's a little heavy, I think. Let me see. Yes, that's better. Okay, so now I'm going to cut it into those into relative halves. Okay, and now I'm going to cut one more time for all of these. And then from there, so that'll give us 8, and you're going to say, well, what do we do with the 8? Well, at that point, I take the lightest one, which is, I think, this one, and then I spread it amongst the rest. So we're just going to go ahead and I think we got 7 even there, which is good. So that's how that works out. So we end up with 8 piles, one that's made of outstanding, so they get a very easy, I don't know if easy is the right word, but a much better percentage chance of being able to get into the final pairings. Okay, so what we now do is we now use, so this is the chart, and if you watch the previous video, we used this half. This is the half we use completing the third round, which gives some, I'm going to turn this just a little bit so that way we've got a little more light on it. You can see that we have some contends that we cut from the top or the draw, and others will finish with something if they don't, and we'll just walk you through that as we go. So we're going to take the first pile and we'll roll 2 6-sided dice, and I'm going to get my decider die out, which is basically a coin flip. We will potentially need that this time, so let's roll here, and it is a 56. We take in ascending order, so 56, a draw, if you can read this. Draw golfer contends with A-, others finish with D. So top golfers do not make it through unless they're drawn outright. So this is my method for doing this, which is that I fan out the cards and count them out. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then I roll a d20, and in this roll, if it's above 11, then we need to re-roll, and it's 12, so we will re-roll, and we will re-roll until we get something that is under 11. And there's 18, and there's 20, and there's 19, and there's 20 again. And that time we got 4. And we're going to get Mateo Soto. So he will be at A-. Everybody else is going to finish it at D, correct? Yeah, D. So Todd Ahrens, Lyle Johnston, Lucas Bergman, Ian Robards, David Alvestad, Roderick Rasmussen, Adam Trenchard, Kevin Percival, Clive Kenny, Kerry Finley. They're all going to miss out on the final groups. So we'll put them over here. Okay. Next roll is 15. So we look at our chart here for 15. The draw golfer will contend with A, and they will also get a tourney perk or issue. Top golfer will get A-, the others will finish with C-. So we're going to draw for A, and they will get a perk or a problem. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So got nice even 10. So that's 9. So it will be, this one will be the draw golfer Jay Laufenberg. We'll get a tourney perk or issue. Okay, so he gets perk or issue as an A, and then we got the top golfer from there. So we got 2 3As. Okay, Enrique Magallanes at a 1C now is in front. Now it's going to be Heath Sommers at 1B, so that they would be an A-. Leon Bay a 4A. 2A Justin Wallace. 6A Alan Kane. Maruce Hirano is a 3B. Nope, 3B Eddie Sykes. So Enrique Magallanes and those other guys will finish with C-, and Heath Sommers is going to go to A- and hang out there with Mateo Soto for the time being. Now our next pile, that'll be 12. Okay, for 12, the top golfer contends with A+, others finish with B-. So Let's see. Gene Ewing is at 4A. Probably not going to be it. It's Chase Stevenson 4A. Chip Connors 4A. We've got a lot of 4As. There's 3B, so we'll hang out there with 3B. Christian Canepa 4B, no. Rance Aberley 2A, yes. Joey Manini 4A. So we've got 4 more cards. Alardo Huerta, Lanny Saxerholt 3A, so they don't beat Rance. Patrick Kieran, and the last one, Augie Kammerman, not going to beat Rance Aberley at 2A. He's going to get an A+. And the rest finish with B-. It's right there. Okay, so we're 3 piles down. We have 4 golfers in the final pairings so far. And another 12, we're going to get another top golfer A+. So Jimmy Kimes is 3A. Joel Barrera, no. Roger Bellino, 4A, no. Ernie McCown. Franz Ockel, a 3A, that's tied with Kimes. So Burke Yielding 2C will knock those two both off the perch. Evan Aldrich is going to knock him down, 2A. Foshi, a 3A, no. Dave Simanowicz Jr., 3B, no. 2C for Fonseca, nope. 2A, Palmero Cavallari will tie. McAdams 1B will take that spot from them. Kenji Morita 1B and Greer Copeland the third 2B. Or no, it's not 1B, 2B. I misspoke. Now they're all going to be at B- just like these other guys, but Trent McAdams is going to be up there with Rance Aberley. So next up will be pile number 5. 44. All golfers contend with B+. So let's see. Killo, Washburn, Gallatin, Angelo, Kleckner. Emmerich is in that pile. Ernest Sutton, Ramon Zavala, Carlos Solari, Luke Henneman. At this point, we're probably going to have to take a couple of those golfers into the final groups because we're not getting that many from the others. We're only at 5 right now. So let's see. 14. Top golfer contends with A. Others finish with C. So Kanishi's a 2B. Bruno Friedman, no. Leighton Valenzuela, no. Will Janis, no, is a 3B. 4B, Brizard, no. 4A, Damari Ramsey. Kelton Rubio, 4B, no. Carson Rodell knocks Shinji Kanishi out of the final groups. Yun Lee Song knocks Carson Rodell out. So Yun Lee Song has won 2 tournaments. And Cade Lyons, I have a feeling we won't have any more. So Rowetter, Mondragon, Harrell, Malcolm Wiles, they're going to all finish with C. Yun Lee Song with a 14 will be up there with Laufenberg. Okay, so we got 2 more piles. We have 2 more piles. How about if I use good grammar? 11. Top golfer contends with A+ and gets a Turney Perker issues. Others contend with B+. We're going to have a big B+ pile. So Gail Honorado is a 2A, 4A for Jeremiah Mays, no. 6A for Chase Atkins, and no. 1B, Gareth Leonard knocks Honorado out. So Leonard, Elliott Strong, Jay Gunwoo, Ellis Moberly, Samson Tucker, Nick Yarlett, Shane Smith, Braden LaSalle Jr., Celestino Garcia. They're all going to be in that B+ designation. Gareth Leonard will be at A+ with McAdams and Aberley, and we'll get a perk or issue. Okay, and then we've got the outstanding golfer pile. So we currently have 7 guys there. 25. So we're going to get both of them. Draw golfer contends with A. So we're going to put these guys McCoy, and then Sears. And so we roll the D20, and this will decide who gets a perk or issue. And it's odd, so McCoy will be at A. With a perk or an issue. So then 25. So then A minus for the top golfer. That gets us up to 9. So we're going to need 3 golfers out of this group here. And then there's nobody else to finish anywhere else. So that's where this stands. Now what we're going to have to do is we're going to do a little I'm going to take a little break here to re-engineer my setup, and then we'll be right back. Also, this group here has how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That will put us well within the range for the cut. So these guys will all miss the cut sort of retroactively, but we'll be right back. So as you can see here, I've just reorganized these a little bit in order to give myself a little bit of room now. The first thing I need to do at this point is to determine what the scores are for each of these designations. And so the way we do that is we take this chart here as the scoring key for contending golfers. And so the target score for this tournament is 271. And so we're in this range here of 68 to 272. 268, 272 for our target score. So A plus is going to be 201. So that, so we figure it out here. This is a par 70, so 210 is the 3-round even par. So this is -9 or -8. Okay, so what we just found out is that we were -9 or -8 for A plus. So the way we figure that out, if you've seen this before, we roll a decider die, which is this. Half of the die is dotted, the other half is not. So we roll it, and then when what that comes out, it gives us whether each golfer is at the first or last number from their roll. So I go from the earliest to go into that position, and I just roll them here. So Rance Aberley will be first, and he is a no, so that means he will be at -8. So Trent McAdams, he's also a no. And now Gareth Leonard. So 3 no's, so -9 is not going to be. So Jay Laufenberg now will either be -7 or -6. That's a -6 for him. Yunli Song, he gets a yes, so he'll be 1 back of the leaders. Freddie McCoy, he's a no, so okay, so we can take away these 2 designations, and what I think I'm going to do at this point is move the -5 up here. I'm going to put -4. So I'll move these guys down a little bit, give us a little more room. So it'll be Mateo Soto first. So the A minuses will either be, well, so Mateo will be a -5. Heath Sommers, also -5. Darren Sears, also -5, so no -4s. That gets rid of our A- designation. So now we need B pluses, and this is how I do the B pluses. Do -3 and -2. We're going to do the same roll-off for the B pluses. And everybody that ends up being in the card on the, in the final pairings will come out of the -3. So Celestino Garcia is first. He's no. Braden LaSalle Jr. is a yes. Shane Smith, he's a no. Nick Yarlett, he's a yes. Samson Tucker, he's a yes. Ellis Moberly is a yes. So I'm going to move this down because we're going to start running out of room here. Jae Gun Woo, he's a no. Elliot Strong is a no. Gail Honorado, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the no's, I'm going to pile them up here because they're not going to be making the final pairings. Gail Honorado is a no. Chase Atkinson, also a no. Jeremiah Mays, he is a yes. Luke Henneman, yes. Carlos Solari, nope. Ramon Zavala, nope. Ernest Sutton, no. Dustin Emmerich, no. Bob Kleckner, yes. Craig Angelo, nope. Danny Gallatin, yes. Newt Washburn, yes. And Nate Killo, that is a yes. So, all right, so that narrows us down a bit. Okay, so what we do now is we will continue to do this for the 10 that are left. We have 10. I'm going to just, if they get a yes, they stay. If they get a no, they go. LaSalle Jr., no. Nick Yarlett, yep. Samson Tucker, yep. Ellis Moberly, yep. Jeremiah Mays, yep. Luke Henneman, yep. Bob Kleckner, yep. Danny Gallatin, no. Washburn, yep. Nate Killo, yep. So we only got 2 out of 8. So that's a 80% clip for the decide or die being yes. So we will keep going. We'll start again with Yarlett, no. Tucker, no. Moberly, no. Mays, yes. Henneman, yes. Need one more in the last 3 in order to be done. Kleckner is a no. Washburn is a yes. So if Killo is a no, we're good. He's a yes. So what are we going to do from here? Well, we just keep going, and if we get a 3 out of 4 yes at any time when we keep going here, then that is good. So Mays, yes. Henneman, yes. Washburn, no. Kilo, no. Okay, so we'll take these two. So these two are in. These two are out. One of them will go in. So we're gonna just do yes. Once they're unmatched, that's who will go. Washburn, no. Kilo, yes. Kilo is in. Washburn's out. And that's how we will do that. We may see one of those others later on, but let's make sure this is 3, 6, 9, 12. That's good. We're now ready to lay out our score sheet and basically get some final things squared away. Okay, so I'm gonna have to come up with new tiles for some of these guys. Freddie McCoy is a new name. I think Laufenberg is a bit of a new name. Henneman might be for our final pairings, but this is how the leaderboard sets up. Aberley, McAdams, and Leonard, 3 mainstays within the tour, top 25. Well, we'll say top 40. I'm not sure Aberley is in the top 25, but he probably is. All at 202, which is a -8 score right now. Yun Lee Song, another, he's the first 2-time winner here on tour, at 1 back, -7. And then you've got Heath Summers, who's a winner, and you got some lesser names back there that could make a charge. So we have a couple things that we need to finish off before we sign off here. First, I want to check and see what the perks are for the golfers. So Laufenberg is going to be one of them, so we use this chart. And what I do is so what we have is we have a die that is rolled, and then in theory you would re-roll that, which would get you these subcategories or the questions that are related. But what I do is I roll 2 dice at the same time. The white one will give me the category, and the green one will give me which line item we're going to read. And so for Laufenberg, it's going to be 1 and 5, which is going to be gain extra control. Extra control means he will get the white die 4 on every hole. So that's something that I'm going to have to mark on his card somehow with a little tab thingy or something. I don't know. We'll see. And we can use the decider die. Because there is a question mark, we get to decide whether or not it's till further notice or not. So if it's a bullet, it will be till further notice, and it is not. So this is only for this tournament. So I'm going to write this down. Okay, Gareth Leonard now. It's going to be 1 and 4. Starts the round with a certain number of red dice, or red chips, excuse me. We'll roll the green one, so he will end up with 2 red chips. So Gareth Leonard starts with that, and then Freddie McCoy. That'll be 5 and 6. He will also get extra control, but so both those guys in that group will be able to roll a 4 on the white die, and it will never be a whole card roll. So that should give them some help, potentially. And the last thing that, aside from setting up my tiles for the leaderboard, is to check the weather. And so this is Midwest. Well, what do they call it? Let's see what they're going to call it. Probably Southern U.S., I guess, here. It could be, we'll say Central U.S., I would say. Mid-continental. Memphis, Tennessee. So this is going to be in June. So we have a number of things here that could come out. If we don't get doubles on this dice roll, then it's just going to be normal conditions. But 22 comes up. And so 22 is going to be W. And what does W mean? W means windy. All golfers will get duffer and utility quality. So this is going to be a tough day. All golfers, duffer, and utility. So that's going to add some strokes. We're going to see some guys struggling to break par here. And we will probably get started on this tomorrow. Well, this may publish on Sunday, so it's a little bit either later today or throughout the following week. So that's what we have here. We've got Aberley, McAdams, and Leonard in the lead, and we will be back for the final round in the not too distant future to see who comes away with this title heading into the American Open. See you then. For Tabletop Earl, this is Tenacious Earl, thanking you for watching the Tabletop Baseball Plus channel.